Some may be very familiar with them. Some may look like, what the heck are these? So, the cars nowadays are pretty well designed to kind of understand how you need to use them. That's why I want to kind of familiarize you if you really get in a jam and then you know how to use it. Red is always to the positive side of the battery, which supplies power to the vehicle, which is actually the positive force which drives the electric to the vehicle. So positive is always red on the battery, and the open-faced part on the battery is negative. You'll never see a cover on this, okay? So all cars are mainly like that, okay? When you apply say if this is the dead car, and that's the power car, the car that's running. You always want to apply the positive side first. This cap just pops right off. You can just let it fall. It's tethered to this harness, so it won't fall down. You apply to any part of it. This is exposed metal. It has a film over it, so it prevents corrosion. So what you want to do is put it on. You can just wiggle it a little bit. Joe will put it on his side. Really, really important. Once one side is grounded, so you can ground either side. I'm probably not in the best position there, so off away from there. You ground the negative side. Doing the negative last provides the least amount of spark. Sometimes you might get a little spark off that battery. It's not don't be alarmed. But doing it on the negative side of the battery is a lesser spark than if you did it opposite. If you put the negative first, and then the positive on, and then the positive, you get a bigger spark. Batteries will emit gas. Sometimes you will see like a white powder development around the battery cable ends. And that's just from the batteries seeping acid. And that's normal. That's just a normal bleeding effect of the battery. And that can potentially be flammable or explosive. So in a situation of jumping the battery, it could be in your best interest to understand if there's a lot of that debris on there to clean off the terminal ends before you use the jumper cables. Okay? So when that happens, this is the dead car. We've hooked up the cables. You just go and start the car. It should start right up. You don't have to rev the gas or anything. It's just hooked up to a positive source now to start the car.
Let's say on the live car, should that have been turned on? Should that have been on when I connect those?
Excellent question.
After I...
Yeah, exactly. In some cases, say in the summertime, if the battery goes dead for a reason, sometimes just hooking it up to the battery, you don't even have to start the car. But in severe conditions, like when it's cold outside and so on, you're going to want that car running for an extra boost. So, but just the power of that battery alone could probably start this car. So,
what would happen if you put that one on first if you forgot? Like, that's the good car, right?
It doesn't matter. Okay. As long as they end up connected in sequence, then it will start. It doesn't matter which way you really do. The main thing is just getting the power, the red ones on first, and doing the black ones last, because that will provide a lesser spark once you engage it to the battery. Okay. All right. That's it. Start the car, and you just negatives off, and then the positives off.
And how long should you run it? How long should you run it?
The battery will not charge at idle. So once you start the car that's been dead, you have to actually start driving it. The car, if it, for example, if it went dead because you left the dome light on, within 15 to 20 minutes of active driving of the vehicle, off idle, the battery should charge fully. The alternator on the car, the charging device on the car, which is the alternator, will recharge that battery for you. If there is a draw in the system, or if there's an electrical problem in the car that has caused the battery to fail, you may be able to drive it, you may be able to start it right after you drove it, but after a short period of time there might be a problem that has caused the battery to draw down again, or caused the battery to become defective. So if the circumstance happens a second time, you know there's a mechanical problem. If it seems to be okay, you know it was a result of just the light being left on. So the dome light, if it's left on overnight, has the potential of draining that battery down low enough to not starting the next morning. It can cause enough draw from that system to do that.